Calling all entrepreneurs, backed by popular demand. That's right, the Coffee Man Show has launched a brand new series, 15 weeks of Ibuumerang training, starting August 6th, every Thursday to November 12th, from 6 to 7 p.m. Come get in the way of this information by giving him a call at 313-686-4817. That's 313-686-4817. Starting August 6th, every Thursday to November 12th. The Coffee Man Show.
Hey, welcome to the Coffee Man Show. My name is Edgar Loman, and we have a station break going from the Coffee Man Show to the Ibuumerang presentation, and it's been purposely set up that way. I say welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. All of those things, because somewhere you're watching this, either daytime, it's either afternoon, or it's at night. Because Ibuumerang is just closely all around the world. We're doing this thing in 180 countries right now. And it is a big boom going on. We just had an amazing past weekend. It was like 8,000 of us. And we were streaming, and the major players was in Miami, and they was throwing this 2020 vision, and it was off the chart. It was beautiful. It was a lot of new things added. We'll talk about that later. But let's get into the presentation. I want to start out by saying my name is Edgar Loman. I'm 60 years old. I've been in Ibuumerang since the beginning. I am one of the founders. Matter of fact, this March coming up. No, matter of fact, this February coming up, we will be actually 1 year old going into the second year as far as being a launch party, a pre-launch party for the company. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, it's simple. Ibuumerang is a company that was birthed out of a person's vision. And wherever you at in the world, when you're looking at a boomerang, you're thinking about how you can throw it and it'll come back. And what we've done, it's a verb. We throw the boomerang and we throw it out for good gesture. And it comes back, it gives us a great return, and I'll share some of that information. But I still like to drip on a little bit about me. 60 years old, 5 kids, 5 different women. Stopped going to school in the 9th grade because I heard the 10th grade wasn't going to be no better. So it was always something that I was trying to figure out. I used to take candy to school, sell it, get up early, go to the penny candy store, get to school selling lollipops and blow pops and sweet and sour suckers for 25 cents. The bullies would take the bag and throw it down the hallway, and I'll come back the next day. I've always had that drive to take 10 cents and make 15 cents. I don't know if it's somebody else out there like that, but I was just hungry. I was hungry to do it different. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make something out of whatever situation I was in. I mean, grew up on the hard knocks, didn't have all of the answers, didn't have nobody in my life that had the answer. So I pretty much went from pillar to post, aunt to aunt, school to school. My parents died when I was real young. Didn't have a lot of choices based on my environment. And then one day, I'm pretty sure I was probably 11 or 12. I started a door-to-door salesperson, household products. I mean, pot holders and can openers and refrigerator magnets and spatulas and tongs and everything that a house kitchen needed. They would put it in this bag, and we would be dropped off in an area, and we would go door to door. And I had my little speech, and I wanted to make sure that I had that speech down because I needed to learn how to do something different. I mean, just ups and downs and things of that nature. And then finally got involved in a coffee company and met a young man, which you'll hear about later. And my life started changing. And now what I come to realize and find out that it's, when it comes to life, it's nobody has a cure for a person being born or when a person dies. It's no cure for that. So I'm saying that to say, because you're living, because you're not dead, make the best out of the 24 hours you've been given. And the way I found to do that was to get with somebody that was doing something that I wanted to do based on the results. And it's just been amazing. Ibuumerang's been around for 18 months. And there's some phenomenal things taking place. And we're going to get off into the presentation. Like I said, the name of the company is Ibuumerang. Now, I'm also going to mention that Ibuumerang is tied to a major amount of money. And when I speak about money, I have to put up a disclaimer because it's true. Ibuumerang cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn any money with our program, information, tools, or strategy. All this is right here is a vehicle. And it's a monthly fee you pay to be in this vehicle, and all of the tools, all of the information, all of the strategies, all of the programs that we're launching, it is giving us the opportunity to change our life financially. The plans, rewards that you'll be selling products and services to customers while the opportunity is unlimited. And yes, it is true. It's unlimited. And when you think about Ibuumerang, I want you to put in the mindset of a fitness center. When you go to a fitness center and it's New Year's and New Year's resolution or whatever it is, you want to make sure, you go in there, you look at all the weight equipment, and you pay a monthly, you put a down payment down, and you pay a monthly fee. Now, the gym is not going to call you. Ibuumerang is not going to call you. You paid to get involved in something because you heard, you felt, and you saw something that was going to change your life. And it will change your life. You must stay the course. You must use the information, the tools, and the strategy. You must use that. Because just at the gym, if you're paying a monthly fee, you work out for a few times and you choose not to go the next day, you're not going to get any muscles at home if you paid to go to a gym to work out. So it's the same concept here. You put work in, you get the results. It has been a proven system. We're 18 months. I'll start explaining to you how things go. Now, definitely, it's time for you to take control. What do I mean by that? Far as the things that you're doing in life based on the pandemic, based on everybody being told globally to go home. Wow. First time in history they told the world to go home. Wow. And you just happen to be sitting in a home-based business. And you can always reach me, by the way, 313-686-4817. I'll be sharing that number. We'll be doing shows all week long because my job is to expose what's taking place in this new area of space that we've been using. It's time for you to take control. It's time for you to earn more money. You want to earn more money by plugging into a proven system that's going to get you the results you're looking for. And remember that disclaimer. What you put in, you definitely get out. Time for you to start a home-based business. I can't see you doing anything else. You're already at home. We got the kids at home. They're doing homeschooling. And it's just amazing how we get a lot done. The house is You know, we started doing a lot more cleaning, things of that nature. And we ran out of things to do outside because they don't have any, the movies are not open, the swimming pools are not open, and the hotels and things of that nature. People are still traveling, people are still going around, they're just being a lot more safe and cautious. So what we want to do in this company here, Ibuumerang, our mission to provide an opportunity to succeed without selling by offering. Now, this is something without selling. Now, when you hear network marketing, first thing you think of is you can't sell. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not this. Quit selling me on you not being a salesperson. Because if you think about it, really, do you really know what a salesperson does or is? Because you sold yourself on your spouse. You sold yourself on the outfit you chose to wear today. You sold yourself on the job interview. So you're not in sales, but you are selling yourself on the different things that we do and say in the places that we go. So here we have a 5-star lifestyle at a 3-star price. You know, so we're providing the opportunity without selling. And that's the best part about it. You can succeed without selling. Now here, taking you from an outdated business model where the customer pays more and only the most experienced people win. You're familiar with different companies you get involved in. Certain people get in there and fly straight to the top. And you're sitting there, you've been in there for a while, and you realize, wow, I have been in this company for a while. People are joining, and they're going straight to the top, you know. And things are changing to the point to where it's just a different way to do things based on technology. Into the modern era, make money only when the customers save money. That is the way it's starting to work. We're taking concepts that's already out here, and we're adding the philosophy and the twist of a mastermind genius, which I'll talk about in a minute, how he took some things that was already out here. The doors was already open. We went in, we shopped around, and we got it done. You know, so when you look at advancing tools to help you succeed with proven leadership, and when we're speaking about leadership, we're looking at everything in life. Just think about what you're doing, where you're going when you get there. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And you want to make sure when you're doing anything that you're listening to the person that's either the leader or in charge of things of that nature. Let's look at the history and the leadership team. Here we have Houghton Bugs right there in the yellow and blue. Naturally, those are the colors of Ibuumerang. Okay, in 1990, less than $500 a month for the first 7 years. Now here you got a young man getting involved in a company that for the first 7 years made $500. Anybody else would have been quit. But he stayed the course because his mission was definitely different. He wasn't there for the money. He was there for the education. He was there for the fundamentals that was going to take him where we're going today. And I thank God for people like that. When you can see past what a person says you're worth. You know, when you can get past that point in your life on the inside. You know, I mean, even though, yeah, to a lot of people, money's right up there with air. It's right up there with breathing. You know, it could get you places and things of that nature, you know. And in 1997, he developed a formula and a system to achieve rapid success. Now, what I mean by rapid success, that means something took off. 7 years later, something took off to the point to where the ball started rolling. Things started clicking. People started watching, and money started being moved, and foundations was broken and created and strengthened. And then in 2009, record-breaking earning sales in the last 10 years. So when you look at Houghton Bugs, after being, challenged for 7 years, he stayed the course. And it reminds me, if you're going to be out here and you're going to be in the trenches, you got one shot on this planet. Stay the course long enough, and you'll get what you're looking for, especially if you're following the right leadership. And he has supported over 45 people to earn over $1 million. Now, I'm 60 years old. He's getting ready to be 48. And I don't know anybody that created something in something and helped birth 45 millionaires or take people to financial freedom. And when you look at freedom, I don't know what you would do if money wasn't one of the reasons that kept you from doing things that you wanted to do. What would you do if you was living on the other side of money? In March of 2019, he founded Ibuumerang, and I was sitting right there. He had an event in Houston. We were set up for 400 people, and it was close to 2,000 people showed up. And we launched and made a name for ourselves. And back then it was I go for less. That's what it was. We didn't even have a name yet. The things you see in now, as far as technology moving so fast, the back office and all of that stuff didn't even exist. But I knew that hanging out with a person that had a vision that has been proven, and when you look at someone proven, we call him the Michael Jordan of the network marketing industry, because a basketball in my hand has only the value of the cost, but that same basketball in Michael Jordan's hand is worth its weight in gold. And then, here we have Houghton Bugs putting together a strong team of players. Please believe me, these guys and gals got your back. Let's look at some of the leadership. Edward Haynes, Global Master Ambassador. Now, this guy right here was the first person to sign up in the company. And then you got T. Grade, VP of Operation. We call him the VP of everything, because this guy right here's track record. I'm looking at Mark Kickcart and Laurie Spears and David Manning. We'll talk about David Manning and Laurie Spears later. And then you got Peter Hurst. Peter Hurst is the guy that introduced David Manning to Houghton Bugs, and we call him the connector. He also has a foundation I'll talk about later, and he's a great author. He's a minister, and I got a chance to meet him and his wife. And it was just phenomenal. It was phenomenal when you meet people that's sincere and they're looking out for your best interests. It's not too many people out there like that, where you can run into people and they're down for what makes you great. So our team created a concept to make the future of business easier. And that's what I said, easier. Now, when you say business easier, we're not talking about a job. We're just talking about business. And when you think about business, it's a lot of entrepreneurs out here. So keep your entrepreneur hat on. Take off your consumer hat and put on your entrepreneur hat. This information is helpful for everybody, because if you are a person that just consuming, and that's okay, but if you know somebody that's hungry, if you know somebody that you can expose to a easier way to do business, why not take advantage of it? Our team created a concept to make the future of business easier. And what we do, we created the PRIB. That's right, PRIB. Perpetual Residual Income Builder. Looks like a whirl with some blue and some yellow in it, and it's spinning. It's spinning in control, not out control. And we'll talk about the PRIB momentarily, but when you think of the PRIB in this mindset as an entrepreneur, I want you to think about when you got the Lexus and Series, And it's amazing when you can have a product, when you can have a source that you can pour people into, or you can pour something into it that will keep other people posted. You know, you look at Amazon. Amazon has Lexus, where, I mean, Amazon started out with books years ago. And it wasn't because they wanted us to make sure we get education or we was reading. They wanted to study us. It's funny, you know, I have a raccoon in my neighborhood to the point to where I think I hear him in the attic of my home. And it's funny, I went outside, I put some bombs up there, some foggers, things of that nature, and I'm thinking of a way to get rid of the raccoon. And all of a sudden, my phone starts sending me emails for exterminators. It's like, wow. And it done it so much that today I was at a plumbing job earlier, and the exterminator was right across the street. I gave him my card. They're going to call and follow up. But it's amazing how you're being tracked by the things you want, by the things you do, by the things you're looking for, to the point to where back in the day we used to panic and trip, wear aluminum foil hats or cover the TV at night and things of that nature, whether it's on or off, you are being watched, you know, and that's just the bottom line. You know, Amazon came up with the concept of Lexus, and it's doing wonderful. Then you got Apple with Series. Those type of items right there, those type of resources is what's moving in today's society. So here we have the PRIBT, Perpetual Residual Income Builder. And the way it works, it's perpetual, that means it keeps rolling. Residual, that means it grows as it grows, and it grows what? Income. And remember the disclaimer, it'll grow when you roll it. It'll grow when you roll it. It'll never, oh my God. And we got some testimonies about different people making all type of money. So the PRIBT assists you in doing what many have struggled to do in the past. So as an entrepreneur, a lot of people are hungry for change, but they just didn't have that knack, that gift, the gab, that thing. But here you got the PRIBT. It will follow up for you. It will sell for you. It will upsell for you. It will cross-selling for you. And your team, it welcomes, it has a welcome orientation. It has the training, the upgrades, events, the retention. All of this, I mean, retention meaning it can hold as much as you give it. You know, direct sales, franchising, it keeps you posted. It keeps you informed. All you have to do is use it and take advantage of it. The PRIBT assists you in doing what many have struggled to do in the past. That means if you get a customer, your job is to not talk to the customer. That's your new job. Edgar, what are you talking about? Do not talk to the customer. Absolutely right. You give the customer a little code, which we'll talk about later, a PIN code, and the rest is history. You can run around, invite as many people to the PRIBT as you can. Ibuumerang travel platform. So let's look at the PRIBT. This is the first vertical. Now, we're not a travel company. And what we did, just like Amazon started with books. A lot of people read books. A lot of people use books to hold up that chair missing that one leg also. So what we did, I mean, and Houghton Bugs he's a genius, and I had the privilege of shaking his hand earlier in the year. It was phenomenal. Matter of fact, late of last year in December, we took we rented a $40 million yacht, and we went on a cruise, and I got a chance to meet him. And when he shook my hand, I felt a wealth transfer take place. So when I got back in the city, I kind of just got real busy in exposing what was taking place out here. Travel is the front door to the PRIBT. That's the front door. So the picture a mansion with a big front door. And when you get in that front door, right there in the foyer, we have travel. And why did we choose travel? My God, I'll share that with you in a minute. But in the 12-month span, we accumulated over 500,000 customers in 12 months. That does not pay a dime. Hashtag we just different. We're just different. We're doing it different. So if you're interested in going somewhere with what we're doing, you definitely need to get with us. I'm telling you now, because we're just different. Oh, my God. So looking at the PRIBT, traveling is an $8 trillion industry, sitting there giving us the privilege to just give out a 6-digit code to be tracked to a company that's going to keep you posted on saving. Now, we hate to be called, and I do it myself. A person called me tomorrow, hi, I could save you this, that, the other. I hang up on them. Because you cannot call me and tell me about savings. For some reason, subconsciously, I run out of the house every day looking to save. Every day. And I got my favorite gas station that I go to that I know gonna have the cheapest gas. And when it's up one day, I'll bypass it. And then I'll keep checking on it because I'm always looking to save. And if somebody see a gas station somewhere, they'll call you and say, hey, I found gas such and such a price. It doesn't matter if we on fumes, we on our way over there. We'll run out of gas going somewhere to pay less for gas. That's just how it is. I mean, we leave out early on purpose so we can save time. We're looking to save. And when you look at travel, it's an $8 trillion industry. Wow. Sales per day. Asia, 6 billion? Then you got Europe, 4.8 billion. Excuse me. Let me get my pages going right here. Asia, 6 billion. Europe, 4.8 billion. You got USA, 2.8 billion. Latin America, 953 billion. Africa, 487 billion. You're looking at people that's traveling. And this is how much they're traveling. Now, 8 trillion, but wait a minute, Edgar, it's not even 1 trillion people on the planet. So what does that mean? It's simple. You got a multitude of people that's doing a lot of traveling. There's a lot of people out here that travel for business, that their job is airplane traveling. You know what I look forward to doing? I was doing it actually last week. I would go to the airport, and it was based on what I had a taste for. Like if I had a taste for Chicago-style pizza, I think my pastor lives in Chicago. I would fly to Chicago, get me some Chicago-style pizza, and I'll come back home on the what they call the jet eye, or the red eye, which is that last plane. And I would have me some pizza. And if I wanted a taste for Philly steak, then I would go to Philadelphia. So I'm looking at the airplane flights, and I'm choosing where I want to go based on my appetite. That right there is freedom. Now let's look at these travel sites here, Booking Holdings and the Expedia Group. Now, a lot of you guys didn't know these two companies and the other 45 websites that they own booked over 190 billion in 2018. They offer the same retail prices and the markup. Now, what do I mean when I say markup? They take turns. Like Booking Holdings own Booking.com, own Rentacars.com, own Kayak. So if you on Kayak looking for a place to go and stay and chill, and then you get off of that site and look at Bookings.com, you'll notice your name is already in there. And what they do, they rotate who gonna take turns on $5 off, $8 off, $10 off. It's a savings of less than retail. It's 3 types of prices out here. One of them is retail, when you go to the counter. The other one is wholesale, and the other one is behind the curtain prices. So you got three prices out here. So when you're paying what you're paying, I need you to ask yourself, are you paying retail? Are you paying wholesale? Or are you getting behind the curtain prices? Remember, you're only doing what you're going to do anyway. That's what I love about what we're doing. We offer the same inventory, and we pass the savings on to you. Exactly, because we made a decision to get involved with a team of people that is doing this thing big to where, I mean, let's look at a hotel. Let's go further. Let's look at New York, 4-star, 4.5 star hotel. Here you have Expedia. Now the Expedia is the price in the blue at the top to the right, $339 per night. Now our price is in the green. Why is it in the green, Edgar? Because green is money, and it's green, and it's a savings, you know. And then naturally the gold is what you save per night. So you got Expedia. Now mind you, New York City 5-star hotel, Expedia, on our same site, on the iGo site, you have a person, dear Ruben right there. The total cost of his reservation was $450. He saved $1,341. This was on something he was actually going to, booking with us, find your reservation details below. And he also got some reward credits to where it actually, you can use your reward credits to for your next future flights and your travels as well as your excursions. Then you got Paris, France, 4-star hotel. That's through Travelocity. The blue up there in the right corner, per night, $440. In the green, $130 a night. The same place, the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no blackout dates. You can book New Year's. You can book tomorrow and get a major savings based on the type of site that you're using, behind the curtain prices. You can't go to, what I love about what we're doing, you can't go to a site on your cell phone or your laptop or whatever. You can't go there and get the type of prices that we offer. Mind you, we're not a travel company. We're using travel to introduce people to a savings that they can't shake or lose. If you're going to go out of town anyway, and you're going to search 3 to 8 travel sites anyway, I dare you to search our site. But you got to have a 6-digit code in order to use it. That's what makes it behind the curtain prices. That's what makes it phenomenal. And I'll share that a little more. Here, let's look at the New York City rent-a-car. Let me tell you a story about my rent-a-car in New York. I was in New York a couple weeks ago, and everybody standing in line, they was telling them that they were sold out. And people was literally sitting around hoping somebody bring a rent-a-car back that had it for a while. And I'm standing there, and I'm on my site, and I find, and I'm there for a whole week, and I find a van. I find a caravan. I mean, my site, it was nothing sold out on my site. Matter of fact, it was so many options available, but it was based on what did I want to spend. So the rent-a-car place told me they were sold out. And then when I made my reservations in the standing right there and stood up to him and gave him my confirmation number, he said, "Oh, okay." It was $46 a night. I asked him how much would it cost over the counter. He was like $119. So the savings, because I would have to get a rent-a-car anyway, but to have access to something that's going to give you what you're looking for. Remember, people out here living on a, what do you call it, a fixed income? I don't understand that. You fixed it to where it doesn't work for you. That don't make any sense. So you limit yourself to a situation to where you're just getting by. It's nothing wrong with doing it different. If somebody's doing it different and they're winning, let's move on, because I can get pretty emotional when it comes to not moving around when you've been given the opportunity to be woke up again. You know, and I thank my pastor, Pastor Lee Winfrey, how he gets a lot of information from God to feed the members of Partakers Church. And he's so on point about where we're going. You know, he's not talking about death, murder, kill. He's talking about moving. And yes, the world is in a situation. It's a new world order taking place. I don't want to get that deep in that. I'm just excited that we have an opportunity to sit under a ministry that's going to give you what you're supposed to have to keep you moving forward in the kingdom of God. It's so amazing. Let's look at access a 5-star lifestyle at a 3-star price. Now, these are the different things you have access to. Remember, it's all of these things is in the PRIBT. And then this is the PRIBT is the product. The PRIBT is the product. No, the PRIBT is not the product. The PRIBT is the source that we're using. The product is the boomerang. So we're taking boomerangs and we're giving them away at no cost. Right now, I'm sure we're over pretty much over 108,000 boomerangs given out, and it doesn't cost the customer a dime. So that means you're not a customer. You're just a person that made a decision to go somewhere and save. So you're taking advantage of technology. You know, it totally disrupt the taxi cab and the limousine. Well, I'm talking about the Ubers and the different rideshare companies, and we'll talk about that in a minute, how it's changing the new millennials out here. That's the youth, where they don't even have to have license. They grow up without license, but they get everywhere. That's amazing. Access to a 5-star lifestyle at a 3-star price. We're talking hotels, rental cars, cruises, flights, homes, weeks, marketplace, timeshares. Now, I found myself booking flights on iGo, and what I realized, we were getting reward credits. I just flew, me and my daughter went to Vegas for her birthday. She just turned 14. We stayed out there for a whole week. My flight on iGo was $180 round trip on Delta, where we had free TV, and I think they had a little bag of goodies for us and things of that nature, and everything was so, I want to say, comfortable, because I'd rather fly than drive, because the odds of falling out the sky it's oh wow. I mean, yeah, it happens, but you know, you live once, you go for it. I say go for whatever happens. You know, to God be the glory. Thanks for grace and mercy, you know. So we're looking at all of the additional lifestyle activities, rewards, and savings just for having the 6-digit code from Ibuumerang. You got wine clubs, gift cards, restaurant savings. Now, what I did, I went on my back office and I went to iGo, and I was looking up restaurant coupons, restaurant savings. I found they were selling them for, it was $100 gift certificates for $11. And they was like, minimum is 2, because I would have bought all of them. But it's amazing, and I can use those, the $100 gift certificates. Now, this is how they work. Let's say you go somewhere and you eat $100 worth of food. The gift certificate, based on the place you eat at, uses some of that $100. They don't use it all, because it's a percentage you pay and it's a percentage you save. But isn't that still a savings? A penny earned is definitely a penny saved. You got shore excursions, like, oh my God, renting the parasailing when you're on some skis, or you're parachuting behind a boat. All of these things, theme parks. We went to Michigan Adventure in Cedar Point. We saved all type of money on the tickets. Matter of fact, I think my ticket came with free parking. Outdoor activities, shopping rewards. I mean, oh my God. The outdoor activities, we standing in Vegas. We wanted to take a helicopter ride down the strip. They were selling the tickets at the helicopter port where we were standing there for $249. Matter of fact, it was $299. And I went on I Go for Less and I found it for $149. The exact same helicopter ride. Worldwide tours, energy, travel savings. They sell life insurance while you travel. It was like $100 and covered the whole family. I mean, that's something playing golf, all of those things that you can do when you're looking to enjoy you as well as your family. Now, the question is so simple. Do you boomerang? I can hear you guys saying yes. Matter of fact, put yes in the chat. Because if you don't boomerang, my God, remember the word Google? Did you Google that? We made that word famous. Back in the day, I mean, to this day, I still can't even spell Google. But when we're sitting up talking, we say, did you Google that? Sound like something a baby would say. But we said it so much, we made Google. To the point, Google is public information. It's not law. It's just public information. Give you information based on the public question that you might have. Uber. We made Uber famous. Siri's. Alexa. All of these names are verbs on the strength of what we made them. My question is, were you financially incentivized when you got on Facebook and you started exposing yourself to your friends and family and say, hey, watch me? And then we played on it so much to where people started paying to interrupt your plan. Think about it. You on Facebook, you're doing something, all of a sudden a commercial shoot up. When you look at YouTube, a commercial shoot right in there. I dare you to go viral. Yeah, people will pay to get in between what you're playing. It's amazing, but we were not financially incentivized. And all I'm doing is giving you food for thought, because if you think about it, we came up with a concept that you are financially incentivized when you do what you're going to do anyway. Wow. Thank God for technology. So the question is, do you boomerang? Yes, I do boomerang. Now let's look at it. You can boomerang with a smart code. That's right. Generate a code, online system, send a code via text or email. Receive a code from a sender, activate the code, you're up and booming. You're up and booming. And every time we send out a boomerang, every active boomerang nourishes a child through our Boom Foundation. So we're off the cuff, we're automatically giving. You know, we have a foundation to where we giving, and we've been 4.4 million proper servings of nutrition that we've given out last year. And oh my God, every time we send out a boomerang, right now, I have out 330. So I don't call them. The PRIBT notifies them on a regular, just like Amazon notifies you. If you bought anything on Amazon, they already know what you like. If you bought tires, they know exactly when to call you and tell you, hey, it's time for you to buy some more tires. They don't call you. They just send you an email. You know, the technology in the palm of your hand, you're all the way around the world. That is amazing. That is amazing. And we took that concept, They've already paved the road. They already opened up the doors. We took the Amazon concept and we added a philosophy to it, and we put a twist on it to where we're financially incentivized. Think about that. That means when you do something you was going to do anyway, now it's tied to money, tied to freedom. Priceless, priceless. Okay, travel saving bonuses. Let's look at how I Go Work, Ambassador platform. Now the platform to the, it would be to my left, would be a 41% saving because I'm a travel saving ambassador. A travel saving ambassador is a person that made a decision to get involved in the company and share the services by the 6-digit code that we sent out. And on the right there, you have customer platform. They save 20%. So I don't know which one you want to be. Entrepreneurs, they want to be a travel, an ambassador. Then you have just regular customers and people that, you know, consume. It's nothing wrong with being a consumer, because a penny earned is a penny saved. You can save 20%. So you're looking at the same location, Cancun, what is that, 5 stars, compared to public price. The public price is $1,046. The savings on as an ambassador is $424. The savings as a customer is $212. So your total out the door, $621 with tax. As a customer is $834. Now, the amazing part about this, the way it works, if you look at the example to the right, this is you as the travel saving ambassador. Travel saving bonus is $106 to you. Your customer saves 20%, which is a savings of $212. And right there, you get 100% of half of that. That's 50% is paid to you, the referring ambassador, as a direct travel sales bonus. That direct income to you. Now, the funny thing about it, the customer was going to Cancun anyway. So I don't know if they feel better paying $834 instead of $1,046. Do the math. Of course they saved. Of course they was looking forward to that savings. And if we'd have just shared with them, hey, you can actually save 41%, that would have been even greater, because you can actually get involved in this business and you don't have to sign up anybody. I'm doing 3 shows a week starting next week. My job here is to expose the right people, because I've been running around telling everybody it's here. We're not going anywhere, because if we made Google a household name, let's remember this day. Do you boomerang? Excuse me, what you say? Do you boomerang? No, what is that? It's a code on saving in every part of your life. And I'll share some new things we just done this past weekend. It was 8,000 of us. Oh my God, it was amazing. We was all just listening to the Vision 2020. They was in Miami and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. Okay. One of the fastest growing segments of travel is the DRIVESHARE industry. We're going right into another vertical. Now remember, the front door was travel. We talked about travel. Now, because of the PRIBT is doing what we said the PRIBT was going to do, it's a perpetual residual income builder, so it's already doing it. We added our own paid-for, debt-free, I like to call it black-owned, debt-free rideshare service. That's just another vertical we added to the PRIBT. So we lure you in by savings on where you're going to go, what you're going to do when you get there, what you're going to eat. We lure you into on purpose, because we made you financially incentivized to where Amazon don't get all the money when they expose you to Terminex was the company that popped up on my phone when I had a raccoon in my ceiling. and Terminex kept popping up, and I'm on a plumbing job earlier today, and lo and behold, across the street was a Terminex truck. And I gave my information. They coming out to get the raccoon. The sucker was very big. But anyway, that's another vertical, Vibe Rides. Let's talk about the rideshare industry. Think about it. The gig economy, I don't know if you ever heard of that. The gig economy, back in the day, we used to call it a hookup. You know, we got a job 9 to 5, but then when we get off the job, we got a hookup. We might throw basement parties. We might sell weed or whatever. Whatever we did, it was a hookup, because a job is not enough. It's never been enough. It's okay to have a job. It's just something wrong with if that's all you have, because they pay you just enough not to quit, and you work as just hard enough not to get fired. You know, so there's the rat wheel. You know, I worked at the post office for 10 years. And after that, I resigned for the simple fact it was a young man there that was there from the age of 18, and he retired, and he was way off into his late 70s. And they threw it. We threw him a love you bye party, and they gave him a watch, and the watch was broke. And he passed away before he got his first pension. And at that moment, I made a decision that I refuse to exchange my time for money, because they will never pay you your worth. Never. Introducing Vibe Ride, drive share service currently available in select markets. That's right. We're driving. They're driving and riding right now in Houston. They're driving and riding right now in Florida right now. Financially incentivized. If you become let me go deeper into this right here. D3, 3 ways to earn. Yeah, Vibe Rides is the next generation drive share. I mean, I was in New York a couple weeks ago, and my God, it was probably about 9 different rideshare companies. But here we have our own. Earn when you drive, earn when customers ride, and earn when others drive. Wow, that sounds like your personal cab company. That means you can be a part of the company, and you can refer people that's already driving for Uber and Lyft. Remember, the question is, Edgar, when is Vibe Rides coming to Detroit? I don't know, but they're coming. Yeah. My question to you in return is, when they get here, where would you be? Saying, wow, he was right, or wow, we were right? They're coming. All we have to do is get 1,000 drivers on. We have to have them download the site, get their cars updated, this, that, and the other. Everything is through the code that we send you. When we get 1,000 drivers, then the team is coming here and opening up all the areas that Uber has already paved the way. Lyft has already paved the way. It's nothing we have to do different. We just have to qualify to park next to the Uber driver. Did Uber start picking up people's food and bringing it to them? Of course they did. They didn't always do it. Now you got something else out here, just different companies doing different things to keep you at home. It's amazing. Just watch how the world is working. Remember, we here at Ibuumerang is in front of the curve. We're in front of the wave. What's the best time to catch an airplane? When it's on the ground or when it's in the air? Ground floor opportunity with over, oh my God, I want to say 100 years of experience. See, we're not a startup company. We're a company that just started. Yeah, I mean, and if you think about it, you can go to businessforhomes.org, businessforhomes.org right now. And what they do sporadically, they will search all the network marketing companies. They They specialize in looking and following trends of network marketing companies. And there's so many companies out here, they don't even make it to businessforhomes.org. And you'll look in there and you'll see Ibuumerang. Remember, we're only 18 months old. So the first 12 months in 2019, we made it in that book. We made it on that chart. And wouldn't it be nice if we was number 5? Wouldn't it even be nice if we were number 3? We were number 1. No other company in the first 12 months, no other company in the first 12 months ever became number 1, the fastest growing company in a 12-month period. No other company. Look it up. So talking about Vibe Rides, 75% of the fares, I'm going to zoom through this right here because we're going to be doing this again next week. Driver passive model is so much money based on your personal efforts. Remember, you get what you put in. Riders passive model. I mean, all of this money, all of this stuff, more ways to get paid. It's just so much going on. Customer acquisition. This past weekend, we just added 2 more verticals. One of them is called, now what is the name of it? Let me get it right. It's called Bill Genius. Bill Genius. What do I mean, Bill Genius? Your bills. Now, if you're familiar with the best way I can break it down is how you pay a company to work on your credit. That's the best way I can explain it. They work, what they do, you pay them X amount of dollars a month. They will get information on your credit and they will go to bat for you. And they will negotiate and figure out why is this still on the guy's credit, this, that, and the other. That's what Bill Genius do. You can upload 3 of your bills, a minimum of 3, and they will negotiate with the companies that you're using. Xfinity, T-Mobile, any company, I mean, utility bill, gas bill, home security. It's a brand new thing. They will negotiate your bills for you, and when they find you a savings, they'll send you an email and let you know if this is something you want to do or not. And the beautiful part about it, let's say you save $100. Now, Bill Genius gets 50 and you save 50. So you're saving $50, and $50 times 12 months is a major savings. Now, if they can't find you a savings, they'll monitor your bills at no cost to you because it's free to use the service. They'll monitor your bills, and if somebody get a savings in the company and you didn't get one, they'll negotiate that and get it for you. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. The second vertical, the other vertical we came out with is called Zents, like scents, smell, and it's a herb. It's a scent that you put. You just have to check it out. I ordered about it's 6 of them in a box, and it's just amazing. Stay tuned. We're gonna be doing this again this week coming up. Tuesday, we got a time slot that we're going to be doing this, and I'm going to be on a fast track next Thursday, 5 o'clock. So we're going to keep you on, keep you focused, more ways to get paid. If you at home, you might as well be getting paid. You might as well be getting paid. We might as well get started. We'll talk about money later. You can reach me here at 313-686-4817. And remember, here at the Ibuumerang television presentation, keep it hot. And as always, vividly visualize yourself as the person you want to be and enthusiastically achieve your goal. Goodbye. Peace.